Hi there, hello and welcome to the channel. Today's addiction, I would like to show to you my own current daily routine in the war within, solely aimed at making gold. So grab that coffee, please get comfy, and allow me to show you how I am doing things. Please understand, this is my own personal routine I currently use successfully in game to make gold. The sole aim to this video is to show to you what I am currently doing, and with a breakdown on how I am doing it. I have been using these methods since the start of the new expansion, but what you are about to see has come from the past 3 days and only using my own routine. So with that being said and out of the way, please allow me to get started. When I first log into WoW, or when I return to Dornagal after a farm or questing, the first 2 vendors I quickly check before doing anything else, and that would be the 2 gem appraiser vendors. Both of these vendors sell 3 different time-limited reagents. Once brought by a player, these reagents will disappear for a select period of time before showing up again and allowing us to buy more. All we simply do is to buy these reagents and then repost them on the auction house and for jewel crafters to buy, giving us a nice little return on our first initial investment. The basic vendor flips located in and around Dornagal simply do work, and the key to making gold with this method is really easy to understand. All profits from vendor flips come once you have taken out your first initial gold spent on the reagents, as well as the posting cost to place them on the auction house and any further costs after an undercut scan and having to repost items. All these costs can eat into your overall profit margins in the end, so just be very careful with how many basic vendor reagents you buy and place on the auction house at once. You want to be making gold after all and not throwing it away on costs and without even realizing it. This is the basis of how all vendor flips currently work in World of Warcraft. The next method I use on a daily basis to make gold, and that is with crafting certain cooking recipes for their food buffs, to then flip and sell on the auction house for a tidy profit. This method, however, can be time consuming and is best to set up and leave if you are going AFK or working from home. There are many new recipes that came with the new expansion, but there are a couple I prefer to use currently to make gold, and I will leave details and links to each one in the description below. The first and very easy to obtain recipe is called Pep in Your Step. This is a speed and water walking potion you can obtain from the new fishing derby that is held in Hallow Falls every Saturday and only costs 10 fishing derby marks. This recipe will only need 5 Delver's water skin to craft just 1 Pep in Your Step potion, which you can then sell on the auction house for a profit. Beladar's Bounty recipe is a quest reward from a very quick and short quest line called a home-cooked meal, which can be found and located within Mereldar. This is a simple and easy cooking flip also, just using the portion steak flip mentioned in a previous video, and you will have plenty of cooking reagents to make some nice decent gold on the side. Well worth the little time and effort needed to obtain these 2 recipes. Both are very cheap and easy to craft and sell. The crafting times, however, will put a lot of players off this particular method, which is ideal for anyone working from home or going AFK, as you can make some extra gold on the side as you do so. The City of Threads also has 2 vendors we are able to buy recipes and reagents from, but using the currency called Kedge. Many players will be farming Kedge for a number of reasons like knowledge books and mounts. But there is a vendor here also who sells reagents which by themselves can sell for a rather nice amount of gold. These reagents are needed for endgame cooking buffs, and because they cost Kedge to obtain will explain why they have such a high price tag currently. So this particular flip is well worth doing, just please make sure that you do not spend any Kedge on these reagents without doing your research first. Try not to waste this currency on reagents when there could be gear upgrades more important and needed first. Next, I would like to make you aware that some certain old world reagents from previous expansions can now be used in some new profession recipes that came with the War Within. Using mining and engineering as my example here. As farmers, we are able to farm for certain ores currently in game, which we can then turn into bars. sending these bars to an engineer who can then convert the bars into bolts and frames, and other useful items that are needed to level the war within engineering profession. All we are doing is following the supply and demand rule to farming, at the same time, making some nice gold for doing so. I skin, fish, mine and gather herbs when I am questing, running delves or waiting for dungeons to pop. If I am not actively farming while in game, then I am for sure doing a crafting flip of some form, like I previously mentioned, to make gold and without any downtime. My aim for the start of this expansion was not to rush ahead of current content, instead take my time and enjoy what it has to offer in the way of farming and making gold in WoW. For the past 3 days now, all I have done is what I have just previously shown you with regards to gold making. Spending around 120k gold in total, only buying reagents from the auction house and the different vendors, which I can then further use in crafting flips, or just to sell raw back on the auction house. My game plan at the start of this expansion was not to rush headfirst into current content. My aim was to take my time and enjoy all the new farming locations and potential gold making opportunities, taking full advantage of the hyper-inflated auction house prices while they last. Now it's the start of the new season in World of Warcraft, Mythic Dungeons, and the first wing of the new raid has been unlocked, which only means more insane prices on a lot of reagents being used. So as one of the golden rules to farming, just supply the demand and hope you make an absolute killing. So this was my current daily routine I use to make generous amounts of gold rather easy in the war within, now complete. Thank you for watching. I really do hope this gave you some ideas on what you could possibly be doing to make gold in game. That was the sole aim to this video, nothing more. I am now off to farm the night away, so like normal farmers, stay away from the crazy people, and please stay safe out there.